Now on CoastTV News.
Turbine Trends will report we show why there was enough for supporters and detractors to grab onto from the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management about the proposed project off of our coast.
We're looking at pleasant conditions this morning. Temperatures beginning in the 70s. It will be a warm and muggy day and end to the month of July. Then hot weather to start August with triple-digit feels-like temperatures. I'll track the heat on Futurecast coming up.
Property tax punch after 3 increases in 3 years. The big number the town is now looking to impose on people who live near the banks of the Broadkill River.
Astronauts Olympic Ode, how the spirit of the 2024 Olympic Games goes beyond our planet.
This is CoastTV News Today.
We're now in our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. It's Tuesday, July 30th, 2024.
And the Olympics continue on CoastTV. Paige, you said you were looking forward to some soccer today.
Yes, I'm very looking forward to that. I think the women's gymnastics is also today.
I think you're right.
I think that's what a lot of people are looking forward to. But yeah, I'm going to turn on some soccer. What about you?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll have to look at my phone, see what strikes my fancy.
Perfect.
Dial. You know, the thing is, there are so many platforms for the Olympics. We have a lot here on CoastTV, which is probably where I'll land, but there's a lot of viewing options. So I just have to look at what my menu choices are.
Perfect. Of course, you can look at our programming. You know what I've been following, though, that kind of they break it down as easy as possible, is Hoda Kotb's Instagram page.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the tip.
I think she does a better job than most people explaining it.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. So that's your tip of the day, folks. Thanks to Paige.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here, right? I give you that kind of information. Bob's here to give you the weather, though, and here he is right now. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, good morning, guys. You know, I was watching some of the men's rugby the other day in the Olympics, so all kinds of events to check out for sure. Temperature-wise, this morning we're looking at low to mid-70s, so it's a little muggier out there. Salisbury, you look like you're the warm spot, 75, 73, Indian River Inlet and Georgetown, 73. And the breeze is picking up from the south. It's a muggy breeze and especially breezy along the coast, and clouds are increasing as well. And even a few sprinkles across Virginia, around Baltimore and D.C., and some of these sprinkles could sneak into Delmarva through the morning hours. Nothing that you'll need a raincoat or umbrella for, maybe just a few little raindrops. Otherwise, looking at mostly cloudy skies this morning with the breezy conditions, I think that takes the edge off the real hot weather for today. But we will see some breaks too by noon in the low 80s, 70s at the coast, and close to 80 in Bethany Beach by 2 o'clock, upper 70s Dewey Beach. But inland, we're into the mid 80s, and with that stronger sunshine, solidly mid 80s, and then warm and muggy for this evening. UV index sponsored by Ocean City. It's an 8 today, very high. Burn time is 15 minutes. Still need the hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and make sure you find the shade as well. And the next several days, we're in the very higher range, especially later in the week and into the weekend. So be careful. Make sure you have that higher SPF sunscreen, midday shade, limit time outdoors, and try to avoid the sun from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Thank you, Bob. Happening now, this park fire that we're showing you here. That is the 6th largest wildfire in California history. It continues to burn this morning. CAL FIRE says it has burned more than 370,000 acres. According to the agency, firefighters are starting to get a handle on it. The man charged with arson in starting the fire, Ronnie Stout, appeared in court Monday for his arraignment, and Stout has not made a plea and denies allegations of intentionally pushing a flaming car into a gully, which authorities say started that massive fire.
All right, we're now going to take a live look at Paris. Ooh, there it is. That's where the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, of course, will continue with events like badminton, table tennis, water polo, all taking place today. But a little further away, the 6 NASA astronauts aboard the International Space Station, they marked the beginning of the Paris Olympics in weightlessness. A video by NASA showing various astronauts holding a fake torch, and they were participating in exercises reminiscent of the sports at the Summer Games. NASA astronaut Matthew Dominic closed the video with a message to the Olympic athletes saying, "To every single athlete in the Olympic Games, Godspeed."
Some pretty cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Like weightlifting in space. Don't know what kind of competition that is. Well, we continue with our coverage of the 2024 Olympic Games. On your screen, we got the medal count for you right now. Team USA, you might have saw the leader with 20 so far. You can see where other countries stand. Right now, Japan has the most gold medals with 6.
All right, well, of course, with all the excitement in Paris, we want to find out what Delmarva's favorite summer game is. On your screen, you can see we chose a few just common favorite sports, all of which can be watched right here on Coast TV over the next 2 weeks.
Right, and you can vote for your favorites in the Delmarva's favorite summer games bracket. So let's take a look at some of the current face-offs in our Coast poll. We were talking about this one about an hour ago, Paige.
Yeah, it stayed pretty much the same. Cycling still winning 75%, golf 25%. Golf has a lot of catching up to do if it wants to make it further on our bracket.
Now catch this, the Olympic Zone continuing tonight on Coast TV. It's a show that features a daily summary and showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. Really cool behind-the-scenes stuff that sets the stage for the most important action every night of the games. It all happens exclusively on Coast TV at 7:30 p.m. during the games.
All right, well, this morning, detectives, they will continue investigating the death of a young woman who was found in the Wycomico River. The Salisbury Police Department says she was found by a local fisherman around 1:30 p.m. Saturday. Officers say the body was in the north prong of that river, just south of West Isabella Street. They do say that no foul play is suspected. An autopsy, though, will help determine the cause of death. Detectives ask anyone with information on this case contact the Salisbury Police Department.
Also this morning, Delaware State Police continue to investigate a shooting in Bridgeville. Here's what we know so far about this. It was at 4:45 p.m. on Sunday. That's when troopers responded to a home on Mill Park Drive. That is the area that we are showing you on your screen. And the troopers learned that an unknown person fired several shots at a group of people on that property. However, according to state police, and thankfully, no one was hurt.
Sussex County officials are continuing to seek options in dealing with capacity in the Georgetown treatment plant. Happening today, an ordinance could be introduced at the Sussex County Council meeting, allowing the county to borrow over $9 million for the North Ellendale Sewer Diversion Project in the form of a general obligation bond. This would remove the flow from the Georgetown plant. The project would consist of main pipes installed and directed to a treatment plant east of Ellendale and Newmarket.
We do have an update on a story that we have been focused on for years. And on Monday, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management released its final environmental impact statement on a key permit for the proposed offshore wind project for our coast. According to the statement, there would be minimal impacts to marine life and birds. However, researchers say there would be negative visual impacts as the turbines could be seen from the Fort Miles Historic District in Lewis, U.S. Coast Guard Tower in South Ocean City, and the U.S. Life Saving Station in Ocean City. U.S. Wind, behind this project, it includes up to 114 turbines and offshore substation platforms in Maryland. The Bureau says that the project statement will be published in the coming days.
Milton Finance Committee is discussing the town proposed budget for 2025, and with that, locals could be dishing out more money in taxes. On the town's proposed fee schedule for fiscal year 2025 is a property tax increase of 33%. Mayor Collier saying this increase is beyond the town's control to maintain employee benefits. People who live in Milton say more taxes. It's not pleasant, but it can make sense.
A number of people that are moving into what's broadly considered Milton. There's got to be some impact on infrastructure there. So that should be taken into consideration as well when we're approving developments and stuff like that.
This would be the town's third tax increase in 3 years after a 17% increase in 2023 and a 9% increase in 2024. But this still needs to go in front of the council for approval.
New polling suggests presidential frontrunners, Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Donald Trump, are in a dead heat.
Yeah, Harris back on the campaign trail, hosting a rally in Georgia tonight, inching closer towards choosing her running mate. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what voters have to say about both candidates.
Vice President Kamala Harris's list of potential running mates narrowing. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper pulling his name out of consideration Monday, while President Biden remains tight-lipped about the decision. The president continues to voice his support for Harris's presidential bid, touting the accomplishments they made together in the White House.
I've made clear how I feel about Kamala, and she's been an incredible partner to me, a champion of civil rights throughout her career.
Former President Trump has criticized Harris on immigration and her record on crime.
She was a bad prosecutor. She was a prosecutor of black people.
The former president will attend the National Association of Black Journalists Convention Wednesday as he seeks to connect with black voters.
When Donald Trump was president, we were all doing a lot better financially. He's always been a business icon, so why wouldn't we want that business icon to be president?
Harris has been building momentum and energizing the Democratic base.
I think there's this electric energy. People are really enthusiastic.
Really, like, the tides have turned, and I'm really excited for the first time in a long time about how the election is going.
Less than 100 days until voters head to the polls. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Still more news to get to in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Now, coming up, pushing for pedestrian safety, we will show you the steps Ocean Pines is taking to improve the situation there.
Also, some West Nile worry, how officials say you can help reduce the mosquito population after West Nile virus was detected on Delmarva.
And trillion-dollar debt. We'll tell you why Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is not concerned about the massive debt the U.S. is racking up. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Rules don't apply when it comes to designing your home or business's interior. At Mood Design Studio, we break away from typical design norms to craft one-of-a-kind spaces that belong on the pages of a magazine. Choose from a bold selection of exclusive wallpaper designs and fabrics, plus a curated selection of furniture, making any room a showstopper. Need guidance? We'll assist you in planning your space's scope and budget for a streamlined, stress-free experience. For a complimentary consultation, visit Mood Design Studio in Lewis today.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Hey fellas, when your lady says she wants a big rock for Christmas, she may not mean this kind, she may want this kind.
At That Granite Place, we like to say our reputation is carved in stone, and it is. Now we're changing our name to Coastal Countertops. Same local ownership, keeping the same level of quality and service everyone has grown to love. We've also upgraded our machinery to help you with turnaround times. At Coastal Countertops, our reputation will continue to be carved in stone.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is proud to power Central and Southern Delaware. We power local artists creating masterpieces inspired by nature, eateries with roots that run deep in our communities, and business owners helping other entrepreneurs succeed. We serve a new orchestra founded by co-op members and a new library built to better serve Harrington families. We're inspired by the stories of our friends and neighbors, and it's for these people and places that DEC is committed to keeping the lights on.
Just about 6:14 on our Tuesday morning. Looking a little hazy in Dover right now on the Bay Health Cam, but dry. But we can't rule out a sprinkle as we go through the morning hours. We're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 70s right now. A little cooler in Bethany Beach at 69, 72 in Delmar, Georgetown at 73, and a southerly breeze that will pick up today. So the breeze coupled with some clouds, it won't be too hot today. That's good. You can see the cloud cover moving in and some of those sprinkles around D.C. back through eastern Virginia, but I don't think you really need the umbrella for this. And if you're on the golf course, it's always good to pack the umbrella. Make sure you have the water with you too today. Otherwise, we're looking at pretty good conditions. 85 sun and clouds, warm in. It will be on the humid side.
Just some sad news to report. The Delmar couple that was brutally attacked by the same man who killed Corporal Keith Hecook in 2021. They recently passed away. Judith and Stephen Franklin both died on the same day. It was July 18th, according to online obituaries. Right here is a photo of the Franklins published on the funeral home website. Both were in their 70s. They both were viciously attacked by Randon Wilkerson, who lied and told them he needed help. That's what led to the call to police, which Hecook responded to. Franklins made a full recovery in 2021. Cause of death has not been revealed. In Milford, the Franklin P. and Arthur W. Purdue Foundation has awarded the public library there close to $3,000 in a grant. This money, it will help to improve access to the Mango Languages database. That is a language learning application that offers over 70 conversational language courses. The library said this money will support the growing demand for learning various languages among library goers, and we have information about this and how you can access this resource on CoastTV.com.
The nation's gross national debt hit a record high. It's rising above $35 trillion. Just last month, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said the U.S.'s debt relatively reasonable, actually, considering the size of the economy. America hasn't been able to cut back on borrowing due to the rising costs of our federal programs, among other factors. Well, maybe you feel like this. A lot of people do. Most renters feeling like home ownership is just not in the cards for them. According to a new CNN poll, 86% of current renters say, yeah, they'd like to buy a home, but they can't afford it. Among those, 54% think they will never be able to afford a home. The housing market is facing an affordability crisis right now because of surging home prices and high mortgage rates. Still ahead this morning, we're talking West Nile worry, how one health facility keeping patients and staff safe around animals as the risk of West Nile virus not likely to go down anytime soon.
Lots of clouds, kind of hazy on the border right now in Rehoboth, looking at a breeze as well. Pleasant morning there, some folks out and about, and July will be going out on a warm and hot note eventually, and humid as well. And a sizzling start to August. I'll track the heat and some rain on Futurecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams from Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned Serta mattress store. Do you toss and turn at night? Do you wake up in pain? A mattress that's too firm or too soft could be the source of your suffering. But you don't want to jump to extremes. The solution is usually somewhere in the middle. Buying a new mattress is quick and easy, so stop in today and sleep on a better bed tonight.
Mattress Peddlers. For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Over half of children's learning problems are related to vision. It may sound unbelievable, but 80% of learning is visual. And very young children don't have the words to tell us what they're seeing. We use light to determine a toddler's prescription rather than asking which is better, 1 or 2.
Dr. Tracy Boss is accepting new patients of all ages, including pediatrics, at Chesapeake Eye Centers in Salisbury and Berlin. For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Transform your bath today with baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath, designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Approaching 6:19 on this Tuesday morning. Here is our live look at Lewis. Boy, some good-looking color there. I know we got some cloud cover, sun trying to fight through, so they got that orange glow in the background there. And Bob, yeah, it looks like that humidity is coming back this week.
It's back. It's coming back, Matt, big time. Beautiful shot there. He had the weather station in the foreground and some of the clouds and some sun poking through the overcast. And the muggy weather will be back. Of course, we had comfortable conditions all weekend long, but we're on the East Coast in the summertime. We know the humidity is not going to stay away forever. And as we go through time, it's very humid and then almost miserable Friday into the weekend. That will be coupled with temperatures into the 90s, giving us triple-digit heat index values. Now, our average high is 87. I'm thinking 85 today with the cloud cover, but then we're into the 90s beginning Wednesday, 91 there, and then Thursday and Friday, 93 both days, and then 91 on Saturday. So we usually look at least 3 consecutive days of 90s for a heat wave. So it looks like that'll be the case as we head into the end of the week and the weekend. Temperatures now in the 70s, a little cooler in Bethany Beach at 69, 73 in Georgetown, Seaford 74, and Delmar 72. And we've got a southerly breeze, and that'll be a little stronger along the coast today. So that breeze coupled with cloud cover will make it feel, tolerable out there as we've got mostly cloudy skies. We had some breaks earlier, but now those clouds are increasing. We even have a few sprinkles across eastern Virginia back into our nation's capital. Nothing all that heavy. I don't think you need the umbrella for this, but certainly a chance of a sprinkle this morning with some of that cloud cover. Looks like a stronger line of storms across the Midwest, but overall we'll be keeping it dry with mostly cloudy skies really much of the day. Winds picking up out of the south and temperatures late morning in the low 80s. And I'm thinking low to mid 80s this afternoon inland areas and upper 70s from Fenwick Island up to Dewey Beach as the winds pick up, and a breezy but a mild and muggy evening on the way. And through the overnight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. We could see a shower or a thunderstorm very late tonight into early Wednesday. Otherwise, Wednesday, another warm and muggy day. But this time around, I think we'll see more sunshine and 80s and then 90s as we go into the afternoon tomorrow. 70s and 80s at the coast and even hotter as we start August. That's right, August 1st on Thursday. Lower 90s inland, 70s and 80s at the coast, and the winds will be lighter. And feels like temperatures into Wednesday, we're going to start to cook into the mid-90s, and then those triple-digit heat indices show up Thursday, even 90s along the coast and feeling as hot as maybe 105 on Friday. That's where we'll have to really exercise caution and the heat, and that triple-digit heat index still hangs around on Saturday. Could see a little bit of relief Friday through the weekend with some showers and storms, as some tropical moisture could come up the coast and give us a little bit of relief, but still pretty warm. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Last day of 80s for a while today with a mix of sun and clouds, and then lower 90s Wednesday right through the early part of the weekend. I'm thinking dry Wednesday and Thursday, stray storms Friday, and then more scattered activity could cool us off a little bit for the weekend by Sunday 89, and then Monday a few more storms and 88 degrees.
Thank you, Bob. Mosquitoes threaten Delaware farms. Got the detection of the West Nile virus.
Yeah, yikes. DENREC confirmed for the first time this year 8 sentinel chickens were positive with the West Nile virus.
Now, those are chickens purposefully used to monitor mosquito-borne illnesses. Health clinic Courageous Hearts uses horses to provide therapy to people from all parts of Delaware.
Now, as CoastTV's Mallory Metzner shows us, in order to keep people and animals safe, the team there is being proactive and taking precautions.
Horses at Courageous Hearts enjoy their manes and tails blowing in the warm breeze. But outside of this peaceful pasture, the West Nile virus has been detected in all 3 Delaware counties in sentinel chickens. Courageous Hearts provides equine-assisted psychotherapy and learning to all parts of Delaware, and like the company's name, Danielle Maldonado says they're standing courageous and protected against the virus.
We take precautions twice a year through vaccination of our horses here on the farm. We also take precautions with making sure we're dumping waters frequently to reduce the mosquito larval population as well. In our pond, we have the goldfish and the ducks who kind of take care of that as well.
In addition to those precautions, there is good news. According to the Delmarva Chicken Association, West Nile has been detected in only sentinel chickens, meaning there's no fear that there's an outbreak in boiler chickens, which are used in food. The mental health therapy program here is grounded with no riding involved. Instead, participants feel the emotions of the horses.
They get sad, they get lonely, they get tired, they get sick.
Which is why it's extra important for the program here that this herd stays healthy.
Just because they live in herds very similar to people in communities. They support each other, they nurture each other. They also have emotions the same as people do. They get sad, they get lonely, they get tired, they get sick. And when people come out here, they can feel their emotions through the horses, and it often kind of brings it down a little bit.
Horses trotting along through the risk, ready to use their healing powers for mental health and not get sick. Mallory Metzner, CoastTV News.
Now, DENREC may initiate some mosquito population control measures in affected areas based on mosquito population levels and the species present. So you can help reduce mosquito habitats as well. This is by eliminating standing water in certain places, maybe even in your outdoor items. It could be something as simple as buckets, trash cans, bird baths even, and as well as your rain gutters.
Up next, pushing for pedestrian safety, the efforts in Ocean Pines to improve conditions in that town. Stay with us on CoastTV News today.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
It's a shorebird summer on the Delmarva Sports Network. Watch America's favorite pastime live. From the first crack of the bat, to the big plays, to the roar of the crowd. Experience every moment as it happens on the Delmarva Sports Network. Your Delmarva Shorebirds battle the Myrtle Beach Pelicans Tuesday through Friday at 7. Tune in for these action-packed games live only on the Delmarva Sports Network.
Welcome to the Brush Factory. Explore our over 60 local merchants and artists all together under one roof. You just never know what you'll find at the Brush Factory on Kings. As always, we greatly appreciate your support.
We couldn't do it without you. Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
In Sussex County, Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply has the parts you need. Powered by over 30,000 square feet of inventory at brass sales and an amazingly knowledgeable staff, we offer plumbing, electrical, windows, doors, tubs, showers, and even roofing and skirting for your manufactured home. Plus an extensive selection of parts and supplies for your RV no matter the class, size, or style. Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply in Long Neck, Delaware. Your home improvement superstore for all your manufactured housing and RV needs.
Ocean Pines is taking steps to improve bike and pedestrian safety. The Worcester County Bike and Pedestrian Coalition has met with the Ocean Pines Association, giving them some updates on what they're going to do to try to keep Ocean Pines safe for everyone. Ocean Pines Chief of Police Tim Robinson is working with the coalition, which has already put some new safety measures into action on the south side of Ocean Pines.
New signage allowing drivers to, that there is a walking path crossing the road along with actual crosswalks. So we feel that's really going to go a long way to helping to increase safety in that area.
And Chief Robinson also saying they've been fortunate this year, very few incidents happening in Ocean Pines, and they plan on keeping it that way.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihe back with us. And Bob, you're tracking some breezy conditions for the coastal areas this morning.
Yeah, and for boaters, it's going to be a little choppy out there with the southerly breeze. There is a small craft advisory, so watch for that. Otherwise, we're going to have clouds with the breeze and not too bad along the coast. Maybe a sprinkle close to 80 in Chincoteague, and I'm thinking upper 70s in Assateague. And do watch out. The rip current threat is back to moderate. It was low for a couple of days. And then Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're in the 70s, close to 80 in Ocean City, around 80 in Fenwick Island. On the bay side, the next 3 days, well, it's going to start to warm up. 85 in Cambridge today, and then low 90s tomorrow and Thursday, feeling worse with the humidity. And then Crisfield warming through the 80s the next few days and pretty hot as we go into August. I'll have much more on your forecast coming up in the last half hour in a few minutes.
Forward to it, Bob. Thank you. Also coming up after the break, flowing from Georgetown, how much money Sussex County could be approved to borrow in order to alleviate pressure on the Georgetown treatment plant.
Also, turbine turmoil, where researchers say there will be negative impacts from the proposed offshore wind farm, even though one government agency is confirming environmental impacts will be minimal.
And making headway on a massive blaze. That's what California officials say is the case as that park fire continues to destroy everything in its wake. CoastTV News Today will be right back.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Overlook the Sinnapunxent Bay's salt marshes and enjoy the unspoiled beauty of Assateague Island National Seashore. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. And the Caddy Shack Cafe and Pro Shop ensure golfers have everything they need. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game. Welcome to Farmhouse Pet Lodge, your pet's home away from home. Our state-of-the-art secure lodge offers exceptional care for dogs, cats, and other pets. For daycare or boarding with private suites, custom food prep, UV air filtration, centralized disinfection, and 24/7 care. Your pet will be safe, healthy, and happy. Book now and get 10% off your first stay. Ask about our grooming services and tailored training programs. Give your furry friends an amenity-filled vacation at our family-owned, conveniently located Farmhouse Pet Lodge.
Are you looking to transform your mobile home? Choosing a company that doesn't know the difference between a manufactured and a stick-built home can lead to major repairs in the future. At Delaware Mobile Home Repair, we work exclusively with manufactured homes. So whether you need your bathroom remodeled, new roofing, siding, or any other restoration or renovation on your mobile home, the team at Delaware Mobile Home Repair will get the job done right. Visit our website today and start your free estimate with Delaware Mobile Home Repair.
Be a part of art. Come inside the Art League of Ocean City's Center for the Arts. Waterfront on 94th Street Bayside. Admission is always free, year-round. Enjoy diverse galleries featuring original and local artworks for sale. You'll always find something new to see. Take an art class. We have something fun and unexpected for all ages and skills. Check our calendar. It's full of special events. See everything you need to know at ocart.org.
Now on CoastTV News.
We're looking at mild conditions this morning and a little muggy out there, and it gets a lot muggy and warm to end the month of July. Then hot weather to start August with triple-digit feels-like temperatures. I'll track the heat on Futurecast coming up.
Shooting in Bridgeville, the investigation that will continue today, and what we have learned so far.
An arsonist arraignment as this California fire continues to burn. What the man accused of starting it said in court on Monday.
Sewage system switch is what's being looked at in the Ellendale area. We have the proposal and the price tag that could go with it.
This is CoastTV News Today.
July 30th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Our time is 6:32, and we did not color coordinate today, but it appears blue and white is the color of the day, at least for the desk here.
We're feeling patriotic, although you got polka dots going on.
Yeah.
I should have done that.
I can't describe it. It's something.
I think it's houndstooth.
Is it really?
I think so, isn't it?
You know, I'll go with it.
I think.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I wasn't saying that in a negative way. I was just like, I just don't know what the pattern is.
I don't know for sure,
Yeah,
but I think it's called houndstooth.
Okay, I think I'll go with it. I've heard it. I know in Alabama,
is it
houndstooth with Bear Bryant? So
I don't catch that reference, but I support you in what you said. Bob's feeling patriotic apparently too. Maybe it's because we're watching the Olympics. Bob has the red, white, and blue going on, looking good.
Yeah, a little bit of black mixed in with the blue, and yeah, a little charcoal action. So yeah, absolutely, definitely in the swing of things, patriotic for the Olympics with the games. And out the door this morning, weather-wise, we have temperatures in the low to mid 70s, a little cooler at Bethany Beach at 68, 74 in Millsboro, Delmar, you're waking up to 72 degrees, and Seaford 74. We have a southwest breeze. It's not too strong now, but it will pick up today. We have a small craft advisory, so boaters, it will be choppy out there. We have clouds rolling in, and we can't rule out a sprinkle as we go through the morning hours. We're seeing some of those across Virginia, and some of those could be crossing over to the eastern shore, and eventually maybe Maryland and then Delaware as well. So otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, but not expecting anything in the way of precipitation. The clouds and the breeze will keep those temperatures a little lower today. Mid-morning, we're in the 70s, and then some breaks in the overcast late morning with low 80s with a little more sunshine. We do warm into the mid-80s, well inland later today, but close to 80 along the coast, upper 70s from Fenwick Island to Dewey Beach, but well inland we're into the mid-80s and a breezy and warm evening on the way. Today's checklist, I'm saying no to the rain gear, but good sailing weather with the southerly breeze. Stay hydrated with water. Make sure you have the sunscreen, even though we have the clouds. That UV index and the rays still come through, so watch out for that and have your sunglasses handy as well.
Bob, thank you so much. Now, that park fire we've been following, it's now the 6th largest wildfire in California history. CAL FIRE saying it's burned more than 370,000 acres.
Yeah, we're just seeing some incredible images here. It is just one of several devastating communities in a number of states, and Amy Kiley shows us how first responders are trying to minimize disaster as they may finally be getting the upper hand in fighting these fires.
The park fire is now one of the biggest wildfires in California history. That's saying a lot in the state's northern area.
This region, both Butte and Tehama, over the course of time in California, has had 4 of the largest 10 fires known in history.
These park fire survivors say they escaped the blaze, but at one point saw no way out.
And things happen fast, you just got to hold on to your memory. Your memory's the most, honestly, because, pictures and all that. It's material.
The man charged with starting the fire is being held without bail after an arraignment yesterday. Officials say he pushed a burning car into a gully.
We can't have such a dangerous person out there in the community.
Also in California, the Boral fire is devastating a historic mining community. Just over a half hour from Phoenix, the Sandstone fire is proving difficult to contain. And in Colorado,
all four sides of the fire, we definitely have built a big box of evacuations and resources.
the Alexander fire is burning about an hour north of Denver. People who live in that area are evacuating.
That's our main focus for today, is just making sure that people are out of the way, and then we're preparing for the fire to come to the structures if it does.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
A big step forward for a proposed offshore wind farm. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management has released its final environmental impact statement on a key permit. According to this statement, there would be minimal impacts to marine life and to birds. However, researchers say there would also be negative visual impact. Those turbines, you'd be able to see them from Fort Miles Historic District in Lewis, the U.S. Coast Guard Tower in South Ocean City, and the U.S. Life Saving Station in OC. U.S. Wind is behind this project, which includes up to 114 turbines and offshore wind substation platforms in Maryland. The Bureau saying that project statement will be published in the next coming days.
Sussex County officials continuing to seek options in dealing with capacity at the Georgetown treatment plant. And happening today, an ordinance could be introduced at the Sussex County Council meeting. This would allow the county to borrow over $9 million for the North Ellendale Sewer Diversion Project. It would be in the form of a general obligation bond. What it would do, it would remove the flow from the Georgetown plant. That project would consist of main pipes installed and directed to a treatment plant east of Ellendale and Newmarket.
Delaware State Police will continue investigating a shooting in Bridgeville, and here's what we know about it so far. Police say it was at 4:45 p.m. on Sunday. Troopers responded to a home on Mill Park Drive. That's the area you're looking at there. Officials say troopers learned an unknown person fired several shots at a group of people on that property. However, police do say nobody was hurt.
Now taking a live look at Paris. They're about 6 hours ahead of us here in the Eastern Time Zone. So, Paige, if my math is correct, it's about 12:38, just afternoon there. And it's here that the 2024 Olympics will continue with events like badminton, table tennis, water polo, all taking place today. And we continue with our coverage of the 2024 Olympic Games. So on your screen right now, we're going to show you the medal count. Team USA, we just saw it a moment ago. They are the leader with 20 medals so far. Then you can see where the other countries stand on your screen. Get this, Japan, they got the most gold medals. They have 6.
All right, Japan. Now, the 6 NASA astronauts aboard the International Space Station, they marked the beginning of the Paris Olympics in weightlessness. We have a video by NASA showing various astronauts holding a fake torch, and they're participating in some exercises reminiscent of the sports at the Summer Games. NASA astronaut Matthew Dominic closed the video with a message to the Olympic athletes. He said, "To every single athlete in the Olympic Games, Godspeed."
More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, holding on to history. We're showing you how multiple organizations are coming together to preserve one old school building that holds historical significance.
Also, shorebirds aim to pinch pelicans, the Orioles single-A affiliate, back home this week, and why there is high hopes in Baltimore for Delmarva's starting pitcher tonight.
And hospital not holding back, why Christiana Care now suing the state of Delaware over a new bill, and what health organizations in Sussex County had to say about that legislation. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanga Kia of Salisbury.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-GOLFER, FHFur.com.
Honor the brave men and women who serve Delmarva with a CoastTV salute, sponsored by Spicer Brothers. Nominate a local veteran, a service member, or first responder at CoastTVsalutes.com.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
I think it's finally time. Time for what? Lord Carpet LVP domination. They definitely need Carp in Australia.
Whoa. I love the enthusiasm, but let's start a little closer at home. I think I have some friends in Salisbury that can help us out.
This will do for now.
Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville, and now Salisbury under one roof with that cabinet store and Imperial Granite. The Salisbury Design Center, the perfect team for your design dreams.
6:41 on a pleasant Tuesday morning, and we're looking at our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam on the move. You can see the green landscape. Also some breaks in the overcast too right now in Laurel, and 75 degrees, and we're looking at 72 in Redden, 74 in Millsboro, 68 in Bethany Beach right now, and a southerly wind that will pick up during the course of the day. And the clouds have moved in, and it's possible we could see a sprinkle. You know, we are seeing some of those across eastern Virginia right now. I don't think you're going to need the umbrella for this, but mostly cloudy skies really much of the day, some sun. So all in all, not a bad day on the golf course. We're looking at 85 degrees with sun and clouds, warmth and humidity as well. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. I just updated it. It is sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. We have some developing news now out of Delaware in response to House Bill 350. Christiana Care has filed a lawsuit against the state of Delaware. The newly signed bill creates a politically appointed board that would have authority over hospital budgets and strategies. A number of other hospitals, including Beebe and Bay Health, they were initially against the bill, but after further negotiation with lawmakers, they did remove their objections. Now, for Christiana Care, they claim the law infringes on its fundamental state and its constitutional rights, while also threatening their mission of caring for the community. So here's some key details of this law. So again, this was signed a little over a month ago. It was back in June. It establishes that method of oversight in a politically appointed board. They would have authority over hospital budgets and their strategies. Governor Carney, some state lawmakers argue it's all necessary to control the rising health care costs. But Christiana Care argues that this type of control is unconstitutional. They say it infringes on their mission for the community.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The Birds are back in the nest tonight as the Delmarva Shorebirds host the Myrtle Beach Pelicans at 7:05 p.m. and we'll have the live broadcast right here on the Delmarva Sports Network as the Shorebirds try to snap the Pelicans' 3-game winning streak. Delmarva comes into this one off a 3-2 road victory over Fredericksburg on Saturday. Home is where the heart has been for the Birds over the last month, where they've won or tied 4 of their last 5 series at Arthur Purdue Stadium. This will be the first game of a 6-game series, which also marks the only slate of games against the Chicago Cubs affiliate for the Shorebirds. Delmarva is slated to have the right-hander Ty Weatherly take the mound. The 23-year-old started last week against Fredericksburg and went 2 scoreless innings, allowing no hits and striking out 3. Once again, first pitch for this action is at 7:05 p.m. tonight. Our coverage starts at 7 p.m. live from Arthur Purdue Stadium. And remember, this action is only available on the Delmarva Sports Network channel, so make sure to tune in live for the beginning of another Shorebirds series. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
We're looking at clouds right now on our Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury. It's dry. I might see a sprinkle today, but the month of July is going out on a warm to hot note and humid, and a sizzling start to August. I'll track the heat and some possible rain on future casts coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
CoastTV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
There are many details that shouldn't be overlooked when buying or selling your coins. Mint mark, date, and condition are all factors in determining a coin's value. Don't get ripped off. Find someone reputable who can answer your questions and pay you top dollar on the spot. Look to see if they broadcast current values live and if they use Graysheet for determining your coin's value.
To learn more about Robinson's family of businesses, the coin and jewelry experts, visit Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com.
Hey fellas, when your lady says she wants a big rock for Christmas, she may not mean this kind, she may want this kind.
At That Granite Place, we like to say our reputation is carved in stone. And it is. Now we're changing our name to Coastal Countertops. Same local ownership, keeping the same level of quality and service everyone has grown to love. We've also upgraded our machinery to help you with turnaround times. At Coastal Countertops, our reputation will continue to be carved in stone.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew's a good crew. Really fine people are professional and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew's a good crew. Really fine people are professional and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
It is now 6:47 on your Tuesday morning. Let's take a live look at Laurel. That is a lovely sunrise there, Bob, but we knew some clouds might be getting a little in the way.
Yeah, we're not going to see much of the sun this morning, Paige, as we have the clouds rolling in. And I think really much of the day we might see more clouds and sun, and some folks won't be like, that's great. We're going to take the edge off the heat, but that's just for today only. And our humidity levels today, we're in the humid range, but it's going to start to creep up as we go through the week. So by Thursday, which is the first day of August, we're getting into the very humid range. And then by the afternoons into the weekend, we're in that miserable range. That means dew point temperatures higher than 75, coupled with highs in the 90s. It's going to be rough. End of the week, it's going to be really hot. Now, average highs are 87, 85 today, but this is the last day of 80s because I think we get to 91 tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday, the first couple of days of August, 93, and then 91 on Saturday, and triple-digit heat index values. More on that coming up. But out the door, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid-70s for the most part. Rehoboth 75, Salisbury 74, and Millsboro 74. And southerly breezes are picking up. They'll get a little strong. They could be gusting over 20 miles per hour at times today, so good sailing weather. There is a small craft advisory, so boaters watch for that. Otherwise, clouds are increasing, and we're looking at mostly cloudy skies now across Delmarva. Even some sprinkles starting to cross over into Chesapeake Bay from D.C. and Baltimore, and some of these could overspread the area. I don't think you'll need an umbrella for these, but don't be surprised to see a couple of raindrops as we're seeing some stronger activity across the Midwest, but that's going to be staying to our west today. So we're mostly cloudy today, warming into the low 80s by 11:30, some peaks of sun. We'll get some areas well inland into the mid-80s and 70s to close to 80 along the beaches. Breezy this afternoon and very warm and muggy for this evening. We'll call it partly cloudy tonight, and some models have been hinting at maybe some showers or storms very late tonight into early Wednesday. Otherwise, clouds decrease, and then here comes the heat tomorrow. Upper 80s, lower 90s, inland 70s and 80s at the coast. That's where the relief will be. And then Thursday, a very mild start with 70s, and then we're well into the low 90s, maybe mid-90s, well inland as we go into Thursday with 70s at the beaches. Feels like temperatures Wednesday start to get warmer, mid-90s, and then we're feeling like 100 to about maybe 104 on Thursday, 90s at the coast, and even worse on Friday, maybe up to 105 in places, 90s at the beaches, and still pretty bad heading into your Saturday. But we could get relief in the form of some showers and storms, hit and miss as we go into the weekend, and some tropical moisture could build in as we go into the weekend, maybe enhancing some of these storms and taking the edge off the heat just a little bit. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 85 today, but it's the last day of 80s. Then it's lower 90s Wednesday through Saturday. I think the worst of it is Thursday and Friday with 93. Isolated storms Friday, then more scattered storms. Does cool us back to 89 Sunday, and then Monday back to 88 degrees. Pretty normal with some more showers and storms.
Bob, thank you so much. From the air, you can see a historic school that's in the works to actually become a beautiful museum.
It's the mission of 4 organizations in Delaware.
The Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice, along with the Nassau Coalition, the Delaware Division of Historic and Cultural Affairs, and the Greater Lewis Community Foundation. They've worked together to preserve and restore this building with plans to turn it into a museum.
And Coast TV reporter Zakiya Jennings shows us how religion was very important at the school.
Walk into the building of the Nassau School, also known as the Belltown School. What you see is a school built in 1922. Black students were educated here from 1st through 8th grade. Gerald Allen attended the school from 1st through 4th grade during a time of segregation, but his views on education never fell short.
I was prepared for the joint venture with the integration of schools, so I was very prepared. We had great self-confidence. The teachers always told us that education is very important. If you got a good education, that was one thing that could not be taken away from you.
As you look from the school across the street to this church, you realize religion and prayer was important in the daily life of students and teachers. Charlotte King is the founder of the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. She has a passion for people and education, which led her to the Nassau School.
We said, let's form an organization with the mission to eliminate racism, or a vision to eliminate racism and its corrosive consequences. And we would do that through education, information, and advocacy programs. I think it is amazing that Pierre DuPont, a white man, was so upset that Delaware said, we will not educate black children. We will not allow them in our schools.
The school is one of 80 built by Pierre DuPont and one of 33 in Sussex County. It provided black students and teachers with community and education until 1965. The next steps for this piece of history is to fix up the porch, keeping the original glass right up here. The organizations plan to keep the community up to date and hope to have a groundbreaking in the future. I'm Zakiya Jennings in Lewis, Coast TV News.
It's now 6:52. It's time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
And today's Coastal Pet of the Day, we actually have pets here. Two of the best paw pals on your screen. We have Sammy and Grace, and they love taking walks together. We don't need to wonder who's who because I'm told Grace looks stunning with her scarf. So the one with the scarf's Grace, the other one is Sammy, pretty handsome guy there. And these two dapper dogs were submitted to us by their family in Millsboro.
Yeah, great photo there. Keep sending us photos just like that of your pets on Delmarva and tell us what makes them so special.
Scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
We're seeing mostly cloudy skies and see-through right now. That's the case across Delmarva. Maybe a few sprinkles this morning. Not expecting a lot of rain, but we are expecting a lot of heat and humidity to end July. And August starts out pretty hot. More on that heat wave and maybe some isolated to scattered storms into the weekend. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
My dad just wrapped up a new well at this beautiful new home in Delmar. Let's hear from these happy new homeowners.
I didn't really expect him to finish up in 6 inches of mud.
But he did it. We were very happy with the quality of the job they done.
He's nothing but the best products.
And we highly recommend them.
I don't recommend a lot of people, but I would recommend Daisy's Well Drilling. They're just a phone call away.
Way to go, Dad. Daisy's Well Drilling. Family owned and operated since 1941.
I remember their little hands in mine, taking those first steps, soothing them when they were hurt or sick, helping them find their strength. Lately, I've noticed them trying to help me, but I'd much rather hear about them and my grandkids. That's why I chose Commonwealth Senior Living at the Eastern Shore, because some things never change. I don't want my kids to worry.
Improving the lives of seniors, their families, and each other. That's the Commonwealth difference.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on Boutique.
Visit Blooming Boutique with 4 convenient locations, 2 in downtown Lewis, Long Neck, and Milford.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is proud to power Central and Southern Delaware. We power local artists creating masterpieces inspired by nature, eateries with roots that run deep in our communities, and business owners helping other entrepreneurs succeed. We serve a new orchestra founded by co-op members and a new library built to better serve Harrington families. We're inspired by the stories of our friends and neighbors, and it's for these people and places that DEC is committed to keeping the lights on.
All right, it's now 6:56. We're going to have a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, we have one final check with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. One more day, Bob, before we hit the 90s.
Yeah, you know, we do get a break today, guys. I think because of the cloud cover and the breeze, that will keep us in the 80s. But after today, yeah, it starts getting hot once again. So here's your day part forecast. We have the clouds this morning. We'll see some sun from time to time, and we could have some sprinkles as well. Don't think you need the umbrella. We'll see gusty southerly winds. There is a small craft advisory, and highs this afternoon into the mid-80s. Right now I'm thinking about 85. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Tomorrow is the last day of July, and it's a hot one. A high of 91, and the humidity starts to increase as well. Then it gets really hot as we kick off the month of August. Thursday, 93 there. Also 93 on Friday, but with the humidity feeling as hot as 105 as we head into Friday, and even hot into Saturday. But I think we could see some storms. 91 there. 89 on Sunday, a few hit and miss storms, and then next week it looks like we default back to normal early August weather with temperatures in the upper 80s and some storms from time to time.
All right, not too bad, Bob. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Another reminder, no midday today because of the Olympics.
That's right, Paige. And the next time you'll see Coast TV News, it'll be at 6 p.m. tonight. Till then, have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.